Sigmund Freud, the psychoanalytic theory. Freud asserts that the human psyche is structured into three parts. The tripartite. This structure, the id, ego, and superego, all develop at different stages in person's life.
These three structures are systems and not physical parts of the brain. Although each part comprises unique features and contributes to an individual's behavior, they interact to form a whole.
Parts of personality. Number 1, id, internal desires. Also called internal drives or instinctive drives. It consists of the body's primitive biological drives and urges, which are concerned only with achieving pleasure and self-satisfaction. It lives completely in the unconscious. Number 2.
Ego, reality. It is the I parts of individual that gives him/her the sense of is in her own identity. The ego is the rational part of the personality.
Number 3. Superego, conscience. It is the part of the personality concerned with morals, precepts, standards, and ideas. The superego is also the critical faculty of the personality.
Freudian stages of psychosexual development. Freud also argues that the development of individual can be divided into distinct stages characterized by sexual drives. As a person's growth, certain areas become sources of pleasures, frustrations, or both. Oral. From birth to the end of the first year, the mouth becomes the part of the body through which gratification is secured.
Anal, expulsive base. From the age of 2 to 3 years, the child derives the feelings of pleasure or pain from defecating. It covers the toilet training period.
Phallic. From the age of 3 to 6 years old, the child gets curious about his/her genitals and become attached to the parent of the opposite sex. The attractions of a boy to his mother is called Oedipus complex, while that of a girl to her father is called Electra complex.
Latency. From the age of 10 to 12 years, sexual motivation presumably recedes in importance as the child becomes preoccupied with developing skills and other activities. Genital. After puberty, the deepest feelings of pleasure presumably come from heterosexual relations. Levels of mental life. Unconscious contains all the feeling, urges, or instinct that are beyond our awareness, but it affect our expression, feeling, action. For example, you said a secret that should not be said, and that is a slip of tongue in unconscious. Preconscious, facts stored in a part of the brain which are not conscious but are available for possible use in the future. For example, you are asked what is your mother's age. Now you can easily remember that because it is already stored in part of your brain. Conscious, only level of mental life that are directly available to us. For example, state of being aware of and responsive to one's surroundings. Defense mechanism. Number 1, repression. Blocking distressing thoughts, feelings from unconscious awareness. For example, forgetting a traumatic event. Number 2, denial. Refusing to accept reality. For example, dismissing a medical diagnosis. Number 3, projection. Attributing one's unacceptable feelings to others. For example, accusing someone of anger when you're angry. Number 4, displacement. Redirecting emotion to a safer target. For example, yelling at a colleague after a fight with a partner. 5, regression. Reverting to childlike behavior under stress. For an example, tantrums in adults. 6, rationalization. Justifying actions with logical reason. For example, I failed the exam because the questions were unfair. 7, sublimation. Channeling negative impulses into socially acceptable action. For example, painting to cope with the grief.